Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Bobby, and today I'm going to pick up where I left off last week. We talked about the importance of staying steady on the forward foot. This is me beginning at the start of my book and going through each and every lesson. Last week, we talked about why it's important that I stood on one foot to hit chip shots for an entire week, with the idea then that after that week was up, that the habit would be so ingrained of staying steady on my forward foot that even when I put this foot back on the ground, I would, by this time, have adopted a habit of staying left, because staying left is a lot easier than moving throughout, which just brings in the possibility of error. All right, and so thinking along those lines, reducing the number of moving parts, throwing everything out that doesn't lend to efficiency, we're going to do the same with our lever assembly and play the none-to-none shot. What am I talking about? None in a chip motion refers to how much wrist action. None on the backswing, none on the way through. It's a none-to-none chipping motion. And as I hit this, I'm going to stay steady on the forward foot because we know that's an absolute. And then I'm going to hit just a plain little wristless stroke. And there is my simple little none-to-none stroke. Now, how do we do that? Well, in order to get a none-to-none shot, the first thing you need to do is you need to get this shaft lean left. This is for you if you simply haven't been chipping well. All right, and in fact, I would like you to learn to keep the wrist out of it. I'd like to over-exaggerate how much this is forward. Now, I get a lot of people say, well, you know, I look at the tour players, they don't have the hands that far forward, and that's true. I don't put them there this forward for you because I want you to necessarily always have them there. What I have found over the years, and basically what Smiley was trying to teach me, was that it becomes easier for a person to learn to chip in a wristless manner when they get their hands in this very sort of awkward, extremely forward position. It becomes easier to learn to swing without giving in to the temptation of flipping at it. That's the killer. The flip, you got to get rid of the flip. And in the beginning, the more you put these hands forward, the easier it is for you to adopt a wristless chipping stroke. Now, once there's no evidence or not even any suggestion that you have any flip problems, then you might be just like many tour players. And that is, you've got your hands a little bit more back here. You don't have such a pronounced small letter Y. You see the Y formed by my arms and my club? You're not as pronounced like that. Maybe it's closer to a capital Y. But that's only if you've already gotten rid of the flip. Then you can hold it however you want. You can set up with a lot lean forward or a little bit. Every great player is going to have their hands a little bit ahead on a chip shot. And so let me say that again. The none-to-none chipping motion is you start with a small letter Y. That is, your arms and your club should form a small letter Y. You see the tail of the Y. The idea then is when you chip on a none-to-none shot is you maintain the structure of that small letter Y, and that's what becomes your plain vanilla little chipping motion. All right, now you'll see in the book where he's making me go without hitting a golf ball for an entire week in a none-to-none motion. Do it in the mirror, do whatever you want, but you can't hit a ball. Why? Because it's the ball that makes you flip. And so what he was saying is dry swing is the way to ingrain it because there's no temptation. There's nothing to try to get up in the air. You're just doing it in thin air. And so if you can do it lots and lots and lots of times without hitting a ball, you'll find that when you finally put the ball there, that much of that flip tendency is gone. Okay, and so that's the none-to-none chip shot. I'll look forward to talking to you next week as the story progresses and we talk about the some to none. Thanks for watching.